Welcome to Make Tracks Travel, the creative channel, where we look at arts, crafts and music all around the world. Today it's a Make Day, so we're looking at arts and crafts, and specifically in Mexico. We're going to learn how alebrijes are made, which is an incredibly old and traditional Mexican craft. Outside of Oaxaca, by about an hour in a car, is a small town called San Martín Tilcajete, where there are many alebrije makers, and one of the highly respected ones is Taller David Hernandez. Let's get started with our host, Vicente Hernandez.
The alebrijes named borrowing from Mexico City, from this master Pedro Linares. He came in a dream for a lot of times, and his dream, he saw different animals, fantastic animals, everything with wings, with the strong colors, and they call around here Alebrije, Alebrije, Alebrije. When he's come back from that dream, he speaks to the Linares family, and he started making from papel maché. This master, before to make the alebrijes, he make piñatas for a Christmas, for birthday. But after that dream, he started making the alebrijes with papel maché. But in here in town, we are a Zapotec village or Zapotec peoples, but we don't speak a Zapotec language. They pass in the past. And the history in here in town, before Pedro Linares made the tonas. The tona, that's the same like alebrije, because alebrije is a fantastic animal. And tona, the fantastic animal is like this, in real. Like the owl, they have armadillo, a monkey, and a rabbit. Okay, we have at a Zapotec calendar in Oaxaca with 20 animals. When a baby born, we give to the animal protect for the baby. From the baby born, your animal protects born with you. Your animal protects, they can carry to you whole life. When you pass away, your animal protect. And how those Zapotec peoples find the animals protect for the baby? They spread the ashes in the sand, something smooth. That way the next morning can see what animal threw in the patio. But for now, how we find our animal protect depends our birthdays. So it's a big difference. And like you have your animal protect. But how we gonna find your animal protect? We need your date of the birthday. See, okay? And always when we give the animals protect to the person, they visit us people from all over the world, right? This is one in a special order. This family was here. The father of the family was the owl. His wife was armadillo. One of the girl was a monkey, and his little son was a rabbit. It's all together in one. When people make like a special order like this, we give the opportunity to choose the colors, and the master in charge to do the decorations. We send the photos all the time. That way the clients can see the step by step. If they approve it when they are in decorations, continue. If something needs to be changed, we change it. The idea is to have the clients happy at the end. We don't use any screws, any metals to put together. It's 100% wood. That's the difference. Okay, I have another piece from Copal. The body of this piece, that's the size of the branches, but the tail, ensembled, that's the difference. That's because it's not big enough for the same wood. And female copal give us a big branches, more bigger sizes. We create pieces like this beautiful piece right here. This is in a one single piece of wood. They don't have any ensemble parts. You know, when the master starts something, he look the wood first about 10, 15 minutes, but he start thinking what we can gonna make it with the wood. When he ready, he got the machete and cut the wood, depends how much he's gonna need it. And he clean all the side and always has a pencil. He draw directly to the wood, and with the machete, he making a biggest cut, you know, to give a form. That way, when they have a form, he used the chisels with the knife, you know, for make the detail what we can do with the machete. This depend on the size. That's the time for carving. For carving this beautiful piece, he take about week and a half for 10 hours per day. Normal, when he's finished one of the pieces, he just a knife to give the rustic texture here. We can see all the mark of the knife all over the body. Restoration crew, we in charge to supervise step by step to each piece. What we do first is sanding the whole body with the same paper number 80. We find this texture that's very smooth. You know, all the dust we make with the same paper, we recollect because we reuse it in the next step for restorations. After we sanding and everything, all the process gonna start for dried. For this piece, they take about 10 to 11 months for only for dry. You know, this wood is very juicy wood. That part is very important to work with the wood, 100% fresh, because that way the master make any details, any cut he wants in the piece. And you know, always depend on the sizes. For this, for 9 months. I mean, that's too much time. That's because that process always in the shade, not outside in the sun. Like I said, this is a very wet wood. If we leave outside, the sun twists the wood, destroying everything. The sun's making this movement like this. Natural process, perfect. It's a perfect. In the process for dried, all the pieces getting cracks all over the body. This is good. That's perfect. That way we know all the water comes out. They're losing weight a lot. Also, the wood is very white. When they complete the process, they turn to more yellow, like this and this. That means it's perfect. It's dry. After that process for dry, gonna pass another process. You know, we have a big container of gasoline. We mix with preserver of the wood, and we submerge all the pieces before fill the cracks. That way the wood absorbs the gasoline by the cracks and goes right in the center of the wood. You know, we need to protect for the termites. Anybody wants to eat the wood. The wood is very soft and sweet. It's very easy to get the termites. And depending on the sizes, that's how it goes in the gasoline for. You know, we put like 10 pieces the same sizes, like this, this, and this. We close the container for 1 week, overnight. When 1 week later, taking a, you know, the gasoline get dry very faster, but the smell inside by the cracks very strong. But it's okay. We can live outside. You know, the sun can do anything because no more natural water. We keep outside for saying 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever they need. The idea is to clean all the smell from the gasolines. When that's cleaned, that's ready to pass to restoration. When I mention you, the master make the biggest cut with the machete. We recollect all the wood chips here, and we reuse it. We give the same process for dry, for the gasolines, and we're gonna insert. like this. You know, we reuse it. It's too long for growing. That's why we're trying to use much as we can on the woods. But we have to do one at a time, one by one, not trying to open always at the same, because if we try to do that, probably can split. That's why it's important to do one by one. You know, we add a little bit of glue, commercial glue. We insert, we heat it, and we cut it off, and we send in. That's why it's important to have this texture before everything. And the dust we mix with commercial glue to have the natural paste. After we cut it out, we send in and add the natural paste. You know, that paste fills any tiny pores they have in the woods. Okay, this is the second step in the workshop. We have the master Ruben, we have the master Ricardo, Pedro, Giovanni, and me. We are the crew to have the quality area. From us depend how we pass the pieces to decorations. We have too much responsibility here. Okay, each of us working with different pieces here. For example, the master Pedro is working with a monkey. And the monkey, you can appreciate all these little lines. There was the crack. He needs to do all to find all the imperfections. Okay, and in the dust, I mentioned you that's here. We mix with this commercial glue to have this natural paste. But with this, with these chisels right here, we open the cracks more, like this. For example, here's a crack here. So we do like, you know, to make easy for us to, that way we can insert the new piece of wood. Okay, and we have the wood we recollect from the carving area. So and like I say, we add a little bit of glue. Oh, that's perfect there. So we added the glue. And we're gonna insert like this, and we hit it like this. Okay, right there is perfect. Then now we cut it off like this. Both sides are here. Okay, that's perfect. But we have a little extra wood, but it's okay. We shave it with the same knife, like this, right there. And that's perfect. That's a little roasted here, but it's okay. We send in. Again, always keep the texture from number 80. Okay, there, so as even now, but make sure with this paste we add a little bit. You know, this paste fills any tiny pores the wood has, and that's a little sticky. They take about 10-20 minutes to get dried, but it's okay. We continue, fill the cracks. The idea is to keep going. By the time we finish everything, all this paste is gonna be dry but very roasted. So again, we send it again, and the process not finished there, because this paste, this is a commercial paste we buy in the city. We cover the whole body. We do with a brush. This paste fill all the tiny pores they have the body of the paste. They take about 10 minutes to get dry, and we send in again with number 220, and we remove the paste like this, total, whatever, you know, 2-3 times. After 220, we pass this sponge and do a whole body. The idea is to find this texture. You can feel over here.
It's so smooth.
You know, all the pieces has to be like this before we say it's ready to to continue with decorations. But when this piece, for example, the card is ready to pass to decorations. When they get to decoration area, one of the masters put a base of a ceiling, a clear ceiling, always protect the wood, for any weather, they're in a different place. That way, when the master puts a first base of color, that ceiling can permeate to the wood, absorb water from the colors. Everything's under control here. Okay, that's where we start the decorations. All the masters and the big masters here. Here is like a school because people from the same community after school looking for work, we asking what they want to do, if they want to do carving or restorations or decoration, but always says decoration. I said, okay, coming in. For example, on this table, we have a master floor, we have a Lucy, we have Fidel, with a good experience. For example, Fidel's working with this a beautiful dog. This part, this coverage, that's because that's finish. It's very important to start in the face with the eyes to give a good expressions. And all these decorations, there are Zapotec symbols from Oaxaca culture. See?
Wow.
But to do this decoration is not easier. We have to pass by two processes, like in here, for example. This is a technique of the points, with the master with a good experience, make a little triangle here, and the students go point by point. The first time the point is different sizes, it's not good. We sending again and starting again. The second time, the same problems, but the third time, much so means by can pass to gallery, but the fourth to fifth time is perfect. This is not finished, but it's perfect. All the point that's the same size. This first step, that's for a keep steady hands, no shaving like this. This is very important. Looks easy, but it's very difficult. First step. Second step is like a little more details, more creativity from the master. This is a Zapotec flowers, a snail, less points. Like I say, a little more creativity, more designed. This is this.
The designs look a lot like that you would see in Mitla.
Exactly, the Grecas Zapotecas. I'm gonna explain all that. Okay, so in this table, for example, she is my niece Laura. Laura's working with this beautiful jaguar right here, and she designs the colors. Like I said, always people buy in pieces and process, and we give the opportunity, like I said, to give to choose the color. But if the piece is available, like Laura, pick the colors. He's doing her creativity, okay? Each master working with a different piece. When a master starts something of decorating from the beginning to the end, nobody else can and do like Miguel's doing. No way. All is a master, but each master has an own style. It's easier to see if Miguel's doing the tiger from Haiti or something. It's very easy to see, okay? In this little table we have, for example, Nelly. Nelly passed the 10 of the points very fast, and she's doing a Zapotec flowers. She covered it because this is stand. Destápalo tantito, destápalo. She's gonna open, that way you can appreciate the big artist she make. Look at that.
Wow.
All by hands, we aren't using a pencil or any something to draw the designs. So everything's didactically from the brushes. I show you the brushes, the tiny brushes they're using like this. You know, each master has a different sizes of the brushes.
I'm sure you can see now why I was so taken with this particular art form. If you'd like more information about David Hernandez or Alebrijes or my blog, check out the captions below, and remember you can always give us a like and subscribe so that you'll get notified the next time we release another creative travel video.